Hello and welcome to episode 20 of the Long Distance Stitchers. I'm Megan.
I am also Megan.
I have a new space. I have rearranged my craft room. So yeah, this is my designated floss tube corner now. So yeah, it's very exciting. And I have a swivelly chair, so
Yeah, we can both move.
I'm gonna be
Chair dance party.
moving around. But it's really nice not to have to like move a bunch of stuff around to set up my ring light and like everything to shoot. So yeah,
Yeah,
we'll see how it works today.
sure, it will be great.
Mm-hmm. I did not a lot, a good amount of stitching in August, I will say. It was kind of a busy month for me. I know it was a busy month for you too.
Yeah, I did not do as much as I thought I would because I thought I would have a lot of travel time to stitch, but I ended up taking several hours of Zoom calls whilst traveling, and that's all I'm going to say about that. I'm not going to
I
be
don't love that for you.
but yeah,
And
it,
we already had an update in August, so we like
yeah.
only have like half the stuff to show.
Well, I actually have all my stuff because I couldn't remember 100% A, if I worked on things afterwards, and B, like for one of them, and otherwise I have worked on them, so it's the same stuff.
Yeah. Show it
But
all again.
yeah,
Yeah,
right.
absolutely.
Everybody likes seeing projects.
I only
One of
have
them is done, right? So that's exciting.
I have 5 or 6 whips anyway, so
Yeah, I've
yeah.
got a couple FFOs, a finish, a couple starts, one of which you've seen, but I'm gonna
Mhm.
include it in starts because it was a start in August, and then a couple whips. So
Yeah, nice. Right. Do
okay,
you have any FFOs?
some FFOs.
I'm
So
so excited to see
I
them.
have a mostly FFO. I have to tuck down the.
Oh, I didn't know you finished that too.
I finished it,
No, I know
and
you finished it, but I didn't know you framed it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So hasn't seen
Oh,
it.
it looks great.
It's really tight in here. I'm not
Yeah.
100% sure, and I cut the bottom a little too short, so I can't actually make them equal distance. I don't know if I will keep it in here, but she's good enough to go to work for a little while.
Yeah, for sure.
Put it on there. I use Bradley's balloons from Threadworks for the floss, and I had some fun making it a little 3D down there. I have the Threadworks Kreinik and Bradley balloons too, but it was too thick for 1/1 fish stitching on the 28 count because it's
Yeah.
whatever weight of Kreinik it is. And I tried to do it as half stitches and it wasn't looking good. Um,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
as just like the thread itself. It probably would have been fine if it was like a filled in
Yeah.
space, but yeah,
It looks good.
I love it. So that will go to work with me, and I can stare at it and then cry
Okay.
myself. Um, and then my other finish is very exciting, like fully finished, kind of fully finished, like it's a work in progress fully finished. But I have joined Helen's Pom Pom Squad,
Yes.
and I have gotten my Let's Make a Statement plus a special guest feature made up into
Oh,
a banner,
you look so good.
right? So I got these pom poms from Etsy. They're just blue and pink and then with white trim. And I was saying to Megan before we started that the only thing that would make it better is if there was also white pom pom, but I might find some smaller white pom poms and add them in somehow.
Mm-hmm.
I have a little TLC to do on the fraying edges, but I will deal with that.
Yeah.
And they're not super connected on here, right? So I have it
Oh, I see. Yeah.
because there's going to be more.
Yeah.
So I can keep growing it, but when I hang it up, I will make sure that things don't slide around so much. I guess I'm looking at it the wrong way. I'm sliding this direction. Anyways, I love them. So if you remember from my other finishes, so this was not finished the last time we filmed a
Yeah.
floss. It was a whip, so it's a finish now. And so that's Let's Make a Statement number 3. queer liberation will not come from rainbow capitalism. This next one is Bloom, which is from Jessie Mislaid Pages. It is their second pattern and it is amazing. This is Let's Make a Statement number 2. Trans folks always have been and always will be. And let's make a statement number 1. Trans rights are worth more than boy wizards. So these are all stitched on fabric from Kaylee Tent Stitch at the sewing shop, using a mix of DMC, hand dyed by Rolanda, and this one, this one is the first one to feature. I've got the Brennan needle.
Oh yeah, let's get tipsy.
In that,
yay!
Yeah, I will figure out how I'm gonna put it on the wall up there somewhere, and figure out how I'm gonna do that sort of temporarily while this becomes a bigger thing. I have a couple other patterns which might become guests the way that Jessie's is as well on here. But basically, I've got all my ribbon tied up, so and I've got quite a bit more pom-pom, although it takes more pom-pom to do one of these than I thought, so I might order some more.
Okay.
But where was I going with that? Oh, so I will just keep doing this until I run out of ribbon, and then if there's more things to do, I'll figure out something else. But I will make my banner as long as my ribbon is.
Yeah.
But I'm so pleased with the finish. I'm so pleased with Helen for encouraging us all to pom-pom.
Such a good idea.
They're all going to be a little bit different sized, and I'm also okay with that because we're all a little bit different. So those are my FFOs. Did you have any finishes?
I have 2 finishes.
Let's see
them. FFOs. So today, just now, I finished the little crafting bat from the Witchy Stitcher. It's just supposed to say the crafting bat, but I haven't decided yet if I'm gonna do the words because I don't have very much space. So we'll see. And then I was also considering doing him so he's hanging upside down and then putting the words right way up. But then I'm like, but then the spools would be kind of floating. Like if I had thought about it before, I would have done them on the bottom.
Like make them hang from the words.
Oh, there we go. That would be interesting.
Something, right? Like do something to anchor them.
Yeah. So,
I love it.
And then this is that Rainbow Silks for You that someone gave to us on the last day of Stitch North. So yeah, so he's holding his little creations.
Oh, good.
And it turned out so good. It ate up so much black.
Oh yeah.
Like even though it's just little. Yeah.
That's any witchy.
Yeah. Well, not one that I'm going to show you, which actually doesn't have any black in it at all. But anyway. Then I finished Aloha by Stitch Rovio in Wakanda. It is completely done. I even did the little butterfly, which I wasn't 100% sure if I was going to do. So, yeah.
Love it so much.
I love it so much. It desperately needs to be washed, and then I need to figure out how I'm gonna finish it. I think I just want to hang it up somehow, so I might just do like kind of an ornament finish or just like a frame or like wrap it around a canvas or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll see how much, like if I have a frame that fits it or if I need to, because it's kind of, I don't know how big it is, but it's like it's not perfectly square, but anyway. Yeah. I'm so happy to have this done. This is one of my oldest whips. One of the first things I started when I started getting like super into cross stitching. So,
and like it's full coverage. Like there's a lot of work in that.
Yeah. And there's a lot of different colors.
Yep.
A lot of color changes in there.
So
I occasionally I started going like color group by color group. So I was doing like all the pinks, all the greens, and I would have like 6 different needles with like all the different colors, and then just do like, so yeah, this is done. I'm so excited to get this hung up.
Oh, good.
Did you do any new starts?
Well, I have one more finish, which is not an FFO.
Okay.
It's a finish for now, but I don't have to do any more work on it. I got my section of Pedal Pusher done for our first most magnificent ink circles round robin.
Beautiful.
And so this is Mandy's choice of projects and Pedal Pusher by Ink Circle. I think you can get the gist of what it looks like, so I'm not going to pull out the pattern. Mandy chose, this is one of the like roll your own, so you choose
Yeah.
colors and color families, and then you pick which symbol they're going to go in and whatever, but it looks great.
Yeah.
We're signing this part. I chose a purple that looked quite different on like on the skein than it turned out, but Mandy loves it, so I left it in there. I thought it was going to stand out a little bit more, but it's very similar
Yeah.
to 550 in the end. It's a hand dyed by Rolanda that I put in there.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah.
But it is beautiful and it's done. It was a lot of stitches, but it was also really fun to do color completing. When Danielle did her section, she took a picture after every color and made a little reel of it.
Oh, cute.
I am not that organized. I did not do that. But I love it a lot. It was a lot of fun. And I'm glad I only had to stitch 1/4 of it.
Yeah.
So end of September-ish is when we're supposed to pass these along. So I'll be sending this on to Michelle, Maine Moose Mama Stitcher, something like that. Sorry, Michelle. I'm bad at Instagram handles. And then I will be receiving Michelle's project from Danielle, which is After the Roses, which is really pretty. And then we will stitch those. Her round robin will be complete. It's a little verklempt making.
Yeah.
Next year we can just do another round robin.
Right? Exactly. There's so many patterns.
Yeah.
That was your only finish?
That was my only finish that I did not FFO.
I have 2 new starts.
Excellent. So do I. Once we see
3.
yours, we can see mine. Oh, 3. Excellent.
3. Well, plus the bat was a SAF because I started and finished it. So yeah, I did some stitching for Witchy. So I started 3 Witchy Stitcher patterns and then I finished one of them. So one of the other ones that I started was this Spooky Summer.
Yeah.
That's very glary. Okay, there we go.
Sent drop on her
Yeah.
Patreon for those of you not in the know.
Yes, I'm a Patreon, so I have so many patterns. And I stitched it on this piece of, I think this is Chemical Romance from Kaylee at the sewing shop. And I changed the word spooky to say ghoul. And it's kind of a pun on cruel summer, but it's a ghoul summer. I was so proud of myself when I came up with that.
Sorry for my bad singing, folks.
And yeah, I love these little pineapples. They're so much fun. And then I was like debating if I would just like stitch the watermelons and then like call it done. But I do really like the flamingos, so I'm gonna stitch them. Yeah, just that big sun is kind of, it's just really big.
Hold up your fabric again. You might be able to get away without the sun.
Like just like leave it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like have like the sky. Like I'll do the flamingos and then I'll kind of decide
everything else first and then decide if you need the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the way the coloring is on the fabric.
Right, because I like, this is like the sky and then it's like a sandy beach and the water. I think it just looked it was just so perfect. Because I was just like going through my stash of being like, what should I stitch this on? Because I was thinking maybe like there's a version of it on pink that she shows. And I have like a very similar pink. So I was like, oh, maybe pink. But then I pulled this out and I was like, it looks like a beach. Like it's so perfect. So. And then I also started from the Witchy Stitcher, but this was part of the queer the Pride collection. What was it called? Anyway, with Starlight Stitchery, they did a thing in June where it's like you donate $10 and you get like a bunch of these patterns. And this was the Witchy Stitchers one, and I am obsessed with this. I think it looks so cool. And it actually doesn't have any black in it because it's all stitched like on black.
so it's just negative.
And it's, yeah. So I didn't have like black. Well, I do have black, but I didn't really like, I didn't want to stitch on that. So I have this like charcoal kind of color, which is the one that my
Oh,
seahorse was
hello.
on. And I think it's turning out really good.
Yeah.
So yeah. I stitched on this for just like a couple of days. I didn't get very much done. I did all of this rainbow pretty much today. So yeah. While I was watching Flosstubes.
What? You watch Flosstube?
I do now. I've gotten really into it.
I haven't been. Sorry, folks. I'm like a month behind. Other
I
than
was, yeah, I was really far behind. I got caught up a lot in the last few weeks.
it's
And then my
when I
last
have time to watch Flosstube, I am going to have
you're
so many
home.
to catch up on.
Yeah.
So many.
I'm actually jealous of how much you're gonna have to watch.
Oh, it won't be for at least another month. I'm gonna have so much.
Yeah. Especially people who release, like I was behind and then there was like 4 or 5 episodes of the Sunshine Stitchers that I just watched like 3 days in a row, and I was
Oh,
like,
I was gonna say that's like a 10-hour day.
yeah, exactly. I was like, this is amazing. Yeah, and then my last new start, so my friend asked me to stitch a golden doodle for her of her little dog, and so I was like, I'm sure someone has made a pattern of a golden doodle, like I'll find one. And there was one in this issue of The World of Cross Stitching. So I found that, and then I'm just her dog is like a little bit more reddish colored, so I just changed some of the colors to make her more reddy brown rather than like a sort of like a blondie brown pattern, but
You're actually
basically it's the same. So
cool.
and that'll just be a little quick one. I basically did all of this in like an hour. The hardest part was just like picking which colors I was going to use, and then yeah. Those are my new starts.
Nice. Okay. So I have a start that you've already seen. I honestly cannot remember if I put any more stitches into this or not. So Megan, maybe you'll be able to tell me. But this is Antisocial Cryptid Club, which is from the Witchy Stitcher that I started for Stitchy for Witchy on this what is it called? Throwback 90s. Yeah, Throwback 90s from we're getting the brightness a lot better here than we did in the hotel room.
Yeah, it's actually coming across really bright.
So good. And so if you're not familiar with the pattern, this I don't believe is available. She gave it to us on Patreon for like a limited period of time, but I don't think she ever intends to sell it. It was in a box or something at some point, but I love it. I thought it'd be a lot of fun on the green, and yeah. It didn't take very much to get these two little guys done, so I just gotta sit down and do it. You know, a story of my life. But, I've just been stitching it in hand, so I might even take it to work for the odd meeting where I can.
Yeah, you don't need the one color.
Mostly, I work through meetings.
Yeah,
That's what I do. But sometimes I have to listen, but I don't have to participate. So
yeah,
shouldn't be saying this stuff on Flosstube where people can hear me. People probably know. I don't think it's any secret how busy I am. And my other start, which I did not prepare my picture for, but Caterpillar Lad from Kaylee 10 Stitch and Brooklyn Stormy, which we started right after our last Flosstube, or I started right after Flosstube, our second to last Flosstube, our last one that I was home for. And so I've been working on the grass. I'm basically to the side of the first page, and so this spot down here where I haven't stitched anything is the start of the caterpillar. And I keep going back and forth about if I want to start the caterpillar and just put it in, or if I want to do all the grass and then reward myself with the caterpillar. And then I've got a couple more colors that need to go in here still, but it's a lot of fun. It's pretty straightforward stitching. There's the picture, right? So just that top corner.
There's that lad.
Yeah. And the fat, I bought it as a kit from Kaylee at the sewing shop. And so it's her dyed fabric, which is, I think it's 18 count, Ada, it might be 16. Doesn't really matter. I'm stitching it 2/1, so like make sure
I think I got 18.
coverage. But I don't have to do all the background, so I love it.
Yeah,
Those
that's
are,
definitely gonna be nice.
what about whips? You've been working on anything else or just those projects?
So now that I have like an actual living room, I have my living room project now. So anytime Bill and I are watching TV, I've been working on my Treasure Island.
I love it.
I got so much done on this. And it's so because I had that extra orc container that we got at Stitch North, I was like, oh, perfect. Now I have, and then I have my little scissor thing, and that all that stays out in the living room. So I have my my living room thing. So I have like doubles everything. So this is the newest release. You see that? So
Yeah.
I'm working on this ship and I'm almost done this pirate captain guy over here. And then the newest one just came out yesterday. There's an octopus.
I do
A
love being
little
an
a
octopus.
little messy monster or something up there.
Oh, good.
And then there's like a ship wheel and like all this fun stuff. So I really want to do this ship, which was like the next section anyway. And then I have like so many dudes. I have 4 more dudes that I have to do. But yeah, I'm just kind of going piece by piece now. But yeah, I almost finished this guy. He just needs his leg. And then there's like some ocean under him. And then this is the start of that big ship mast.
It's gonna look so good.
And then he's almost done. There's just like some red that is like these flowers, and then that's it.
Nice. It's nice to have sort of one project like that, right? That you just work on consistently at the same time.
Anytime I'm sitting out there, because I just don't bring anything else out there. And then since I always have more stuff to do on this, because it's like a year-long sal, I was like, okay, perfect.
Yeah.
And that is pretty much my only whip, because the only other things that I worked on were new starts.
Oh,
that was my only whip.
Nice, nice. Okay, I have a couple whips that I have worked on since we last filmed. First, Chaos Burbs. I can't exactly remember again where we were, but my notes say I worked on it since we last saw each other. And so this is all of July is done, and I've got a couple of the very first start of August birds, but then you can see I haven't done any of August. And given that today is September 2nd, I find myself a month behind again. So I will, it's a long weekend here in Canada land.
I think it's a long weekend in America too.
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They have Labor Day too, I think.
Okay.
But anyway. Yeah.
Anyways, so I might on my Monday, should I get all my other weekend tasks done, whip out those birds and get my September line started, or it might not happen at all. And either way, I'm still a lot closer to where I should be than I was before I put in all my work in June and July. So I'm feeling okay about it. And yes, I have all my temperatures of all the places that I went in August, so I'm set.
Is there a lot of different colors? Because you were kind of going
It's probably not a ton of different colors, except that like our nights are getting like down to like 3.
Oh, okay. So it's like bringing your average down.
It'll start looking cold again, but it's still like 25, 26 in the daytime, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think there'll be a lot of different colors. There might be, but I think the bigger thing is that the high-low difference is going to look a lot different because those lows are getting a lot lower.
Yeah.
Another thing that I worked on and finished was my August section of my Natural World cell. So this bottom part in the middle here, I'm trying to hold it nice, was the August section. And then September came out, so
You have it?
Yeah,
I have it. You have it. Yeah.
Here to show you. So I was joking with Christy that I was really excited for September to come out so we could finally figure out who the quote is from. So Christy has us finishing up those birds and DNA and a good portion of that lowercase alphabet. We finish off the quote and we put some more little deer hooves in. And then we get to add our initials and look at this fall border with the leaf, the pumpkin, and the acorn. I love it. I love it so much. She's gone dense again, but it's going to look really good.
It's really dense. Yeah. Megan literally texted me yesterday just the word pumpkins and acorns, and I was like, what? And she's like, that new thing came out, and I was like, oh my god.
I was very excited.
I was at work. I hadn't checked it yet.
I woke up yesterday, so that might be on my weekend stitching plans. It will not go as fast. August, I did one day, one stitching section to get the August part out, but there was no border. So it will not go that fast, but done sooner rather than later. And then somebody, not saying who, thinks that I should finish my Afshan sampler this month.
Okay. Can we talk about my plan?
Can I show you that I've been working on it though?
Yeah.
So I've been filling in my border, and I also had to undo the back half of the alphabet, last half of the alphabet, because I missed 2 letters. They're there now, and all the other letters are back in. So I'm really close to the edge here. I have to recenter this. I think I can get this centered, so I don't have to take it on. But there's the pattern. And so I have a very small start on this, but if you haven't seen yet, Miriam has released another sampler.
Do I find that one? Do you have it?
I have it.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm telling you, people, look at that. Look at that.
I love that bat.
Deer. It's got camels. It's got burbs. It's got this beautiful bat. It's got more burbs. It's got, I'm sure this is a Pegasus. There's nothing else it could be.
Yeah. I think
I love it. I love it so much. Ergo, we intend to start that one on October 1st. And Megan has challenged us, both of us. I'm not in this alone, right?
Yeah.
To finish our Afshan.
I got mine out. It's part of my September plans.
Yep. So we can just roll into plan because that's my last whip.
Yeah.
So I will be spending the bulk of my September with this. See, look how much further along she is. It's cheating.
Yeah.
Working on this.
I'm definitely, I'm just gonna work, I think, in sections because it just makes it easier. But yeah, I think we can do it because my whip goes for September. One of them is already done because I did it earlier this year, just kind of on a whim. And then my other one was to SAF a quirky Quaker, which since I did 2 Quakers last month, surprise SAF Quakers, I could be like, yeah, I already did one. Or I could just quickly do one. Like it would be a nice little break from sampler stitching. And since I have that fabric out that has my seahorse on it, I was gonna do like a puffin on that one anyway, so I might just do that because I haven't done one. I haven't done a puffin yet. So yeah, that was why I was like, maybe we just need to stitch on this for the entire month of September.
But you've interrupted what my sampler September plan was gonna be, which was
Thurza
Colorado World, aka Hemlock and Rye Stitchery, finally finished Thurza Priscilla Dawes goth version, which I absolutely love and have been waiting for her to finish because look at the colors she put into this.
It is really good.
So I might have to start it. But I'll focus on Afshan sampler first. September does have 30 whole days in it and 2 long weekends, so I might be able to make some magic happen, but we shall see. There's probably going to be a work trip in the middle, and yada, 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 but I love it. I don't want to wait. And so that is probably on my to-do list as well.
Mhm.
Your friend of mine, Allie at Misfit Stitches, um, just gifts us with patterns now, right? Well, gifts, go pay her. But she's got this beautiful moon tarot pattern, which she designed for the lovely lunar swap. Um,
Mhm.
and now we can all stitch it. So I have been debating what I'm going to do for mine, which is the only reason why I haven't started it yet. But
Mhm.
then out of nowhere yesterday, bam, blueberries, second pattern,
That's so cute. I
right?
haven't seen this.
Right? Just yesterday, 23, or yeah, like, one day ago,
I was
yesterday.
very busy yesterday.
I
That
copied
is
23.
so cute.
It's so good. So, I mean, there's not enough hours in the day, and there's even fewer hours in the day right now than there normally are. And
Yeah.
if I have hours in the day, my brain doesn't work. But I have to stitch those.
Yeah.
And there's more coming.
Oh.
That's all I can say. There's more coming, which I will also have to stitch. So I just honestly, I don't know. I
What are
need
you gonna do?
I need to, take a stress leave.
Yeah. Right?
Probably should do that anyways. Plus, I want to keep working on my caterpillar lab. I
Yeah.
want the natural world. I want to get my chaos burbs caught up. Yada
Mhm.
yada yada. But I like a challenge too, and I have been challenged to finish my Afshan Zappler, so we shall try.
I believe in you. You can do it.
Me too, if I only work on that.
Yeah. I'm gonna
And
yeah. I'm
don't have
gonna challenge myself to at least working on it like every day, at least for a little bit. Like maybe it will become like my living room
well,
project.
Natty, our friend, Stitchy Natty, um, one of her September challenges is Strand a Day. September is to put a strand a day
Yeah.
into a project. So that's how you could tackle yours as a strand a day.
Yeah.
And on some days, more strands, but
Mhm.
at least a strand a day, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Absolutely. And then my other plan, well, I also need to get caught up on my natural world saddle. I haven't worked on it at all, I think this month. But it's still on the frame because
Because you have good intentions. Yeah.
so this is where I'm at. Just have basically not quite halfway from where
You're solidly into the second quarter though.
I would really like to finish the alphabet at least and start whatever this part is.
A
It's DNA, yeah. And then this snail over here would be my next.
and the bird
Yeah,
footprints.
yeah. So that'll be my also my focus. And then I just need a couple more hours on my merman to complete my Whipco call. He was in a timeout because I got so mad when I was trying to do this arm and it wasn't lining up properly. So I had to put it down for a little while, but I really want to finish the tail. I think if I could get that done and then put it away again, that would be such a big
Yeah,
chunk.
the water and the seaweed go really fast. The burbs have a lot of fractional stitches in them too. So just warning you in advance.
But yeah, I when I leave stuff on frames, I tell myself I have to stitch on it at least one more time before I can take it off the frame. And then if I want to use this frame for something else, that's my motivation. So
It's good motivation.
yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, that'll be my plans for September. So we'll see how that goes. And I might have to buy some new things for BVS sampler because I want to do it all in one variegated color probably.
So then you have to find a variegated.
Match my Avshon. So I want it to be similar vibes.
So what a shame you'll have to go shopping.
It is such a shame. What a hardship.
It'll be really awful for you, and I'm sure that you will never emotionally recover from it.
Speaking of shopping, did you do any shopping this month?
We have a lot of purchases. That's not true. I have stuff that I completely forgot to bring downstairs, so I'm not even gonna worry about it.
Okay.
I
We'll talk about it.
from Kaylee, like extra fabric and bags. I'll try for next month, but it's upstairs. And honestly, I don't want to go get it.
That's fair. We can talk about it next month.
Yep. I do have my floss of the month from
Okay.
Guide by Rwanda, which are, this is my August colors. I was prepared. I wouldn't have to do this live on camera. No, they're really pretty.
Oh yeah. I can,
Right,
no,
so the last one has like a little bit of everything in it, and then
I like that blue, that like royal blue.
yep, I like them. I mean, I keep getting them every month for a reason because they're great. So that's my floss. And then so I went to Lizzie B's when I was in Winnipeg, as we discussed on our middle distance stitchers episode. But it wasn't, I don't know. Things look different on social media maybe than they do in person. It was not very large. It's not a very good shop for browsing in, which is not a problem per se. But for just sort of like browsing through charts and checking things out, not really well situated for that. And then she doesn't carry a lot of like flosses, or she didn't have like she had a lot of different fabric, but not a bunch of different fabric dyers, right? So she had
Oh, I see. Okay.
options of Zweigart fabrics, but not
Yeah.
not a lot of anything else, which is fine. I think if you live in Winnipeg, probably a very solid local needlework shop. Not great to just browse and want to like buy something fun that you weren't expecting to buy, right? Yeah. That's sort of where I landed on that. So I got she had grime guards. So I got a grime guard because you can always use another grime guard. And then I got this spool of Kreinik. I like a rainbow. So yeah. I think what really drew it to me is that it is a thinner braid than my Bradley's balloons Kreinik.
Yeah.
And I just struggled with it. But then used the non-Kreinik Bradley's balloon in the end. So I didn't go back and put this in, but now I have a thinner rainbow. Should the need arise.
You never know.
And those are my purchases. I also have a stitchy gift. Should I show my stitchy gift?
Yes.
Okay. My friend and yours, Allie, at Misfit Stitches, very graciously sent me one of the floss winders that she and her dad made.
Yay.
Because I have been, so I like a certain length of floss when I am stitching with like variegated floss and things like that. And my floss winder works really well for that. When I'm stitching with DMC, I like them longer. Look at that. Look at that size difference. It's going to be so
nice. That's awesome.
Yeah. Very tempted to rebuy all my DMC that I have cut already and then make myself longer.
Just to make it really long.
I will resist. I will use this going forward. But so thank you so much, Allie. She also included this lovely, lovely card. Love it a lot. And a Cosmo floss.
Oh, nice.
Well, and it matches my shirt. I didn't do that on purpose, but look at that.
It does match your shirt. Very well.
So, you know, I like that blue, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so nice. I ordered the Bird Box, the 2024 Bird Box from Mislaid Pages. I became a patron just so that I could get it early.
Yeah, I mean, we should
Um,
tell people it is on sale to the public now. I have no idea how many are left, et cetera, et cetera. But if you are interested in the bird box, it has
well, there now.
all the same designers as last year, plus some more. You get fabric, you get floss, and you get whatever else Jessie has planned for us. It's going to be fantastic. There was not a single thing.
6 patterns this year.
6 patterns, yes, 6 patterns. There's not a single thing in that box last year that I was like, I won't
Yeah.
use that. Every single thing was perfect. So.
That's what I heard, and that's what I saw. I did buy the extras that they had. I got the fabric and the patterns for 2 of the ones, and then I was like serious regrets on not getting the Dinky Dyes pack. So while I was on the website, I was like, oh, should I just throw these in just throw these in my cart. And then I was like looking at the checkout at the price, and then I was like, oh, it's so much. Then I was like, I really want them. Like I want them a lot. So I did it. I ordered the Dinky Dyes
Beautiful.
from the box.
Beautiful. I
Now
say
I
I've never seen that set of colors.
And then I also ordered this piece of fabric because every time I've gone to that website, this has just been staring at me. And I'm like, oh, I want it. You viewers of this channel may recognize, well, not really, but like sort of as the one that Megan was stitching the trans unicorn tapestry on. It's called Sugalite.
Sugalite. This one.
Yeah, yours is a lot darker, but it has whiter spots.
But what kind of fabric is yours? Like yours is opalescent?
Mine is 32 count Lugana opalescent.
Yeah, so this is a linen, right? They take dyes differently.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go. Interesting. But yeah, it's so good. I don't know what I'm going to stitch on this. I've got a bunch of it.
Could I suggest the trans tapestry?
Maybe. Kind of want to do some.
Which now I'm gonna want to stitch that again now that I've taken it out and touched it.
You should. And then I also, of course,
by the way, folks, it's just sitting right beside me because I put away nothing after our last floss tube.
But I'm gonna turn it. Yeah, that was my, and I thought that I would get everything sent to me all at the same time, and that they would just send my purchases with the bird box, and I was like, that'll be a little present that I get in several months. And then I got an email that I had a package waiting for me at the post office, and I was like, but what did I buy? And I was like, this is the only thing that it could be. So yeah, there it was. And then the boxes are shipping in January next year.
Yes, to be with you in time for February aviary, which I can participate in with whatever patterns come this year. Unlike last year when I did not invest in the fully fledged box. So then I waited for Jessie to put the extras on sale because I wanted the fabric and the floss. So if you are going to invest, I highly recommend investing all the way. So unlike me, you don't have to pay for shipping twice.
Yeah.
You're going to buy it anyways.
Yeah, you are. You're just going to do it.
Fantastic. Okay.
That was all my investments. I've been very good these past couple months because I've been making payments for my stitch cruise that I'm going on in January. I'm trying not to do any extra spending.
So I'm not gonna repeat what was said, but Michelle was sharing some things on her Flosstube live this morning. So I'm not gonna ruin the surprise, but I'm pretty sure she was doing it in the part that she was recording because she was pumping people's tires about it. Maybe.
Okay.
Anyways, go watch her Flosstube when she posts it.
Okay.
She is scheming. I think you're gonna be excited.
I do love a Michelle scheme.
Me too.
She's got some good ideas.
Yeah.
Excellent schemes.
And if it wasn't part of what she filmed live, I haven't spilled any beads. So Michelle, I didn't spill any beads.
Yes. Exactly. Right. Wow.
I think that is everything we had to share with you today. This is going to be one of our shorter floss tubes, I think.
Yeah. Less than an hour.
Kind of suggests to me that maybe not buying a lot of stuff.
Is what makes the difference?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't have time to shop, so
I don't have money.
yeah. So don't expect a lot in the next little while.
I need to start putting money away for Stitch North so that I can buy all the things then. Because yeah, yeah, I know I'm going to. So
Okay.
thanks for watching.
Do the YouTubey things if you're new here, etc., etc. Oh no, wait.
Oh, someone won.
Steph at Pocket Roddy, our friend Steph, entered and won this chart. Steph, you did not fill out the form with your mailing address, but I will message you on Instagram and we will get this in the mail to you and not have to try and give it away a third time. Fourth time? I don't know. We've tried. It's a cute pattern. It's all your stuff. It will come live at your house. And what you do with it after that is
your business.
Yep. Okay. Now we've really said everything we were here to say. We have done all the things, and we will see you sometime near the end of September / start of October. And
Yes,
you can see how far we got on our samplers. It'll be a surprise for everyone.
Yeah, especially us.
Yep. Okay. Bye.